Hello, everybody. This is the Southern Hellenic. I am back with another live stream video. I'm still going to do my live stream video for today around 5, though I may go ahead and do it much earlier than 5. It all depends on a lot of stuff. So, anyways, I was on on Google. I like to Google things because Googling things is always good. And I was looking for any information about the altar to Athena, not altars that have Athena on it, like modern day altars, but the altar of Athena Athena Polis. Okay, I'm probably not pronouncing it correctly. So I was busy trying to find this, and the only information on it was that it was building number 12 on the Acropolis, and apparently it was an altar where sacrifices were made to the goddess Athena. So I was scrolling down, and down some more, down, and I found a question that somebody had posted about altars, and I thought it'd be interesting to do this. It's not from the Agora thing, but kind of just a little video that I wanted to do that didn't take 75 years to upload and process. So here goes. So ever since my mother passed away, I have taken over her bedroom, and I turned my former bedroom into my ritual room. Now, the great thing about having your own room is you can have all these altars that you want, and you can basically have these altars and have them to each individual deity if you want and whatnot. So the big problem I had was I didn't have enough tables to give each Olympian their own altar. So that is going to be something I'll be doing. I'll be doing next week, is to actually get a table. Now, Ares has his own thing going on. I'm thinking about putting Aphrodite on that altar because they are generally considered together. Not Hephaestus. I am not putting Hephaestus on my altar. No way. So Ares has his own altar, and as I said before, I'm seriously considering putting Aphrodite on there because they are a couple, despite the fact that she is or was married to Hephaestus. And so what I did was I had a little plastic ledge shelving, and I put Hephaestus on there. And then below Hephaestus, I have an altar that's got 3 of the Olympians, and that is Athena, Artemis, and Apollon. And then I've got my main altar to Zeus and to Hera and to Poseidon and let's see here, Poseidon, those ones. The only one that I wasn't really able to give their own space to was Dionysos. Now, I was reading this and said that essentially Hera cannot stand any of Zeus's children. So I'm going to have to probably put, I'll probably end up having to put Dionysos next to Hephaestus to keep him away from Hera. And then let's see here. So I'm working on it. My goal is to have a separate altar space for, say, Artemis and Athena and all that. So that's a work in progress. One of my biggest, what I'm thinking about. Well, let me rephrase that. One of my biggest worries is that my brother will actually knock it over and break the statues because he likes to move around a lot and stuff. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to wing it, wing it. So, but I think when you're dealing with like the Olympians and their mythologies and all that type of stuff, you had this one guy just like basically saying that you shouldn't have an altar with all of the Olympians on there because of the fact is that they clash and they fight, and so you need to take that in consideration when you're doing your altar. I've got a table over here from a couple years ago, about a year or so ago, and I'm going to clear that off, and I'm actually going to turn that into my altar for Athena, and just leave Artemis and Apollon with their space, and that should make things a little bit more easier. As I said, I'll work it out as it moves along. But this is when I decided that Hellenism was going to be my path, and that I was going to have. I didn't realize I had to get all these tables for all these statues, especially when I start buying like the taller ones. I have, as I said, I'm buying Artemis next week, and hopefully the coronavirus thing doesn't keep me from getting the statue earlier than just I'm hoping. Um, but yeah, it's one of those things that I'm kind of like, okay, all right, what am I going to do? But if you, I think people don't kind of like realize, you know, um, where they usually end up when they're practicing Hellenism, because they got to keep the gods separate. They like their own thing, going on. Um, yeah, I'm actually going to post this live stream on Hellenic pagans to kind of get some ideas, because I really want to do this correctly and properly, and not improperly. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of try to figure it out and stuff. But I was up to three, now I'm down to two. Okay. Well, whoever you are, thanks. Thanks for thanks for coming on and at least watching a little bit of my video. But I'm kind of like, I don't know. But I'll work through it and figure what to do. Like I said, I'm just so used to like having to have only been able to have one table for all of my statues, and this is like the first time I've really run into this thing of, okay, um, do I have separate tables for them or do I not? And that's sort of something that I am kind of working around and everything. But I really want Athena to have her own space. So I'll see what happens and everything. So if anybody could give me some suggestions, I really would appreciate it. And I will see you guys around. Bye.